wins tonight. So there's nothing he hasn't done. As Bruce McAvaney, the greatest sports broadcaster of all time, said in that piece about Leap to Fame, he has a CV beyond any champion that's come before him.
He's just a superstar in every sense of the word. His record, unbelievable at the long trip. Never finished further back than second. We know how good his overall record is, but at a longer trip, 12 wins, 7 seconds from 19 starts. And doesn't he look good tonight too?
And Greg, the greats do it here in Australia, but they do it in your backyard in New Zealand as well, and he's done that.
Absolutely, he has. I didn't think I'd see a better horse than Christian Cullen. You guys have all seen him in the flesh. Have a look at this horse tonight. Remarkable, the conditioning of Grant and Trista Dixon. He looks primed for the ultimate test, which it absolutely will be tonight.
Well, let's go to Captain's Mistress. Here she is. Can you believe it? She is favourite for this race as it stands right now. What a horse that she's been in such a short period of time for Jason Grimson. 11 wins from 12 starts. His only defeat with this mare came with a 5th in the Miracle Mile. She's already won 4 Group 1. She won the Rising Sun in track record time over the middle distance, 150.3. She has won over this longer trip in the Queen of the Pacific, but, and it's a big but, the last mare to win an Inter-Dominion was Jodie's Babe back in 1989, 37 years ago.
She's just got to defy logic, history, and the greatest pacer I've ever seen to win this race. But you know what? We don't even know how good she is. And she's got a decided advantage at the barrier draw. She's just going to take so much beating. We could see the unearthing of the next megastar of the sport here tonight if she can bring down the champ.
The wide gate is a real concern, but she's going to be pushing forward. She's going to be up in the firing line, and Grant Dixon's got a little bit of an advantage. He has trained this mare previously when she was a 3-year-old, so he does have that little bit of inside knowledge on her, but she has been another level under Jason Grimson, Greg.
Oh, she absolutely has. Saw plenty of her in New Zealand. She has definitely gone to another level. She has the advantage. She looks fantastic tonight. She's been beautifully prepared. She's a massive winning chance.
And it's part of a 3-pronged attack for Jason Grimson, and that is a beast in itself for Grant Dixon in this race. Consider this, Jason Grimson, for such a young man aiming to win his 3rd Inter-Dominion title after winning with Bonsell Benjamin in 21 and I Cast No Shadow in 2022. But this is probably his strongest hand that he's ever played in this race.
Well, Swayze's a champion that's beaten Leap to Fame on 3 occasions, and he just says this mare is simply better than Swayze. He said, I'm more confident of beating Leap to Fame with this mare than I ever was with Swayze.
So what do we make of Minos?
Terrific chance if Minos can get across early and find the lead and then sit on Captain's Mistress. But the X factor here at the start is going to be Cheers to Lou. They're pulling the ripcord, they're unleashing. We saw Toro Stride do it in the Trotters. Sparks are going to fly.
The other thing with Minos, tried to tell you to his inside, who's a quick beginner as well, he might not be able to get across, but he's probably going to cause enough pain to Minos that he can't get across.
Yeah, when they're drawn alongside each other, it's a heck of a lot harder to get past. He has a big part to play if he can get to the markers. Just how much petrol he has to spend to get there is the key.
And Dangerous, obviously, the other of the Grimson runners, and the only other horse in this race under 20-1, Adam. Big moment for young Jai Coney, who could potentially become the youngest driver ever to win an Inter-Dominion.
Yeah, Chris Lewis at 20 back on Carclew is the youngest, and Jai's trying to break that. Great opportunity for him. Of course, he drove Captain's Mistress in a Miracle Mile and had no luck. Jason Grimson has made the series. Can he win it?
I'm with Leap to Fame. Who are you with, Darren?
You've got to be with the champion. Champions find a way to win. Leap to Fame.
I may never live it down, but I'm tipping Captain's Mistress.
I'm with Leap to Fame. He can do it again.
It is going to be a race for the ages. Bring it on. Here's Brittany.
Felt herself, so happy with that.
How long do you think it takes you to find the fence tonight? Do you get involved immediately, or is your gut feeling to work forward?
Yeah, I'd like to probably use the speed that she's got there just to take any sort of surprises out of the picture, I guess, and just press the button initially and then just work it out from there. But hopefully we can sort of find the fence by the home straight. It'd be good.
I know we spoke 7 days ago, pre-barrier draw, around whether you would hold the lead if the opportunity presented itself. Everyone's assuming that hasn't changed, but I have to ask, What are the odds of you taking a trail on Larry tonight?
Not good odds at all. No, we've got the barrier advantage, and probably was always an option depending on how the barrier fell, but hopefully he's given us a bit of start and we can give him something to catch.
You know what it takes to win an Inter-Dominion. Good luck.
Thank you.
Cameron Hart there aboard our new favourite in Captain's Mistress for this year's Inter-Dominion Pacing Grand Final. Max Delight, he has been an old warrior. He's been there and done that, Will. Can you cause the upset of a century with your old mate here tonight? He looks super in the warm-up. You brushed him up. He's here to race.
Yeah, certainly hope so, Britt. We've done that a little bit with him lately, just to have him on his toes out of the gates. So he felt really good, and he's been good so far in the series. So we're hoping we can get a good trip somewhere. And he's a very seasoned old horse and very proven at the distance, which I think is in our corner.
How do you get a good trip from this barrier draw?
I'd love the Tasmanian horse across the one. I think that would leave us straight in and following hopefully Minos or Dangerous. I think that would be the ideal scenario for me.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Will Rickson there. Let's grab the final word from the trainer of Captain's Mistress, Minos and Dangerous. He drives Minos from barrier number 3. Jason, a 3-pronged attack. You have Minos here with gate speed drawn all around you. What happens in the first 50 to 100 metres?
Good question. I think we'll come out with him. He is quite quick out, but we'll just see what happens out wider. He should find the fence, but yeah, he's definitely a top 3 pick.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jason Grimson there. Let's clear the track and clear the runway for these superstar pacers to battle it out for $1 million. I'll hand it back to Sky One now, and we'll continue on with our 7-2 coverage. I'm with Larry. I don't know whether it's head or heart, but I'm behind him 100%. He overcomes adversity. He just finds a way, and I think he will again tonight. Captain's Mistress, this is her biggest challenge. You have to remember, a newly minted 4-year-old mare at this point in her career. This is going to be an almighty challenge, but she continues to step up and over them, including Minos and also Wardan Buddy for a first 4 position. I will just note, though, Wardan Buddy, I watched him in the warm-up. He did want to get up the track a little bit, so whether or not that will hinder his chances of holding a really forward position from his inside draw remains to be seen. I'm expecting fireworks from start to finish, and to describe it all, here's Chris Barsby.
Thanks, Brittany. Runners are coming forward. This is the race we've all been waiting for. $1 million. Captain's Mistress is going to jump as the favourite. 210, Leap to Fame, 240. Runners are on gate. There's the light. They're off and pacing. Great speed out wide. Captain's Mistress, Cheers to Lou. They're flying across, and Cheers to Lou, the Redcliffe pacer. He's first down to the marker line, leading the way. Captain's Mistress parks outside him. Leaders back third, Wardan Buddy. Minos is 3 wide, pushing forward. Tried to tell you, splitting runners. Max Delight posted deep. Dangerous even wider. Tim's a Trooper down on the inside. Next, Nyack, Leap to Fame. Dashing, Fighter Command. Bay of Biscay drops back to the rear. Out in front, it's Captain's Mistress. She pushes on and finds the lead. So it's Captain's Mistress showing the way. Dangerous is 4 wide, working around them, soon to be outside the speed. Cheers to Lou now third, leaders back. Max Delight 3 wide, Minos the centre. Leap to Fame, he's on the move now. 3 wide, tracking up behind Max Delight. Tried to tell you to his inside. Tim's a Trooper. Next is Nyack, Dashing, Fighter Command. Bay of Biscay back at the tail, into the back straight, and Hart pushes the button here with Captain's Mistress. They are flying. Leap to Fame is wide and going backwards because that horse out in front of him, Max Delight, is in reverse. So at the mile marker, Captain's Mistress shows the way. Cheers to Lou, racing second. He's got that prime piece of real estate. Dangerous working overtime. Third and parked out. Wardan Buddy down on the inside. Minos 1-1. Leap to Fame is charging around the outside 3 deep. Tim's a Trooper down on the inside. Tried to tell you, Dashing. He's next on the inside to his outside Nyack. Bay of Biscay, Fighter Command, and poor old Max Delight. He couldn't get in. Driver Will Rickson had to grab up and go back to the tail. Lead time 74.8. Captain's Mistress leads Leap to Fame. Here we go. 1 lap left to run. First quarter of the last mile. 28-4. It's the ultimate game of chess here. The two stars of Australasian harness racing, the king and queen. It's Captain's Mistress leading the way from Leap to Fame. He's a neck away on the outside. Cheers to Lou. Third, leaders back. Dangerous 1-1. 3 back on the inside. War Dan Buddy. Next is Minos. Tim's a trooper. Tried to tell you dashing. Nyack. Bay of Biscay. Fighter Command. And at the tail, Max Delight. Second quarter. 28-3. The opening half in 56-7 down the back straight. Captain's Mistress. Captain's Mistress 4 metres. Leap to Fame without cover. Being called on. This pressure is relentless. Cheers to Lou is tapping out. Dangerous is fourth. War Dan Buddy. Deeper out is Minos. Held up on the inside. Tim's a trooper. Then Nyack tried to tell you. Fighter Command. Bay of Biscay dashing. And back last is Max Delight. Third quarter. 27-1. Captain's Mistress at the turn. Clear by 5 metres. A breakaway. Leap to Fame second. 15 metres away third. Minos. Here we go. Captain's Mistress into the home straight. Leap to Fame. Stride by stride. Getting closer. Captain's Mistress. Leap to Fame. Captain's Mistress. Captain's Mistress wins the Inter Dominion. Captain's Mistress beat Leap to Fame. What a race. 15 metres away third. Nyack. Minos fourth. Fighter Command. Bay of Biscay. Dashing Max Delight. Tried to tell you Tim's a trooper. Dangerous. Out towards the tail. War Dan Buddy. Cheers to Lou. 27-7. That was on the way home. The mile rate. It's 1:51.8 for racingandsports.com. Captain's Mistress.
My goodness. What have we just witnessed? We've talked it up. It's promised so much. And that just didn't deliver. It just blew it out of the water. Captain's Mistress, a mare for the first time in 37 years, has won the Inter Dominion. We'll check the time. It could be a track record time. But Leap to Fame.
Second off the track record.
A second off the track record. Leap to Fame. What sort of time has he run in defeat? Nothing went right. Nyack in third. Goodness me, what have we just witnessed?
The race was a disaster for him early. He just got stuck in that 3 wide line and he had to go all the way back rather than go 4 wide. Look at this. The one break he got was being able to drop in behind her. But he was all out when he dropped back in behind her. Cam Hart tried to break the elastic. Larry comes out. All of his courage and champion qualities are digging in, but he just can't get there. A champion mare has beaten him tonight, but he's produced as great a performance as we've ever seen from him.